Okay, so welcome to the third video on how to program the Korg X5D. And this time we're going to be looking at the OBX Brass that I've programmed. And I'll show you that now. So quite a fat brass there, and I called it OBX Brass because it really is fucking fat, like the OBX. I know if you would have put it against a real OBX, it would there'd be no comparison. But you know, it is fat. It is fat, and I want to show you how I managed to program that. So we're going to go through the tutorial now, and I'll show you how you do it. So let's copy an INT, paste that. Let's see. I'm just going to silence that saw from a work on one oscillator at a time. Okay, so that needs to be a -2 in the D tune. And I think if you listen carefully, I think there's already a reaction. So that's with 0. Oh, not until this oscillator is alongside it. We should get a sort of phasing effect. Now what I've done already is I've put in a pitch to make it sound a bit wobbly, like as if it was analog, because analog oscillators are never perfectly in tune. So I'm kind of faking that with the program parameters, but only in a very slight way. Just to give it a bit of a bend. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on the filters, VDF1. Okay, so the filters will be set at 34, 78, and we're then going to go all on intensity because I want to do some keyboard tracking again. I like pushing the filter evenly across the keyboard. I think it's about 40. Yep, 40 it is. And then we've got to work out the VDF1 velocity sensitivity. Very important that. So 35. 25. Okay, so we're going to OK that. And now we're looking at the envelope. So let's see, that's going to be 35, 99, 75, 59, 97, possibly 50, a bit lower actually, 47 or 45. Yeah, we'll go for 45, and then we're looking at some release time of 87. And then 58 on the release level. Oh, bit too far. There it is. And press OK. So now we have our envelope for the VDF1. And now we're going to look at the envelope of VDA1. So 64 on the decay time. And I think 47 on the release time. We're not doing a huge amount with the the amplifier envelope. That's a very simple thing. I don't know. I'm not going to bother with any keyboard tracking or velocity sensitivity. It's fine. And press OK on that. So let's go to LFO 1, which I think would be a triangle. Yeah, we'll keep it on triangle. 58, 10, and you want a slight thing. So let me just press OK on that. What I'm going to do is just show you one oscillator and show how fat this thing's getting. Very fat. It's not bad for a digital synth. Sweet. Right, I'll bring the other oscillator in, of course. Get the full effect until they're both doing exactly the same thing. So the next thing is to copy these over now. So I'm going to copy over oscillator 1 to oscillator 2, match the cutoff and the EG intensity. It's 3478. So just got to remember what that is. 3425 on the sensitivity. Like so. And minus 40 on filter keyboard tracking. And press OK on that. I think that's the same. Yep. Cool. And then I can copy oscillator 1 over to oscillator 2 with the VDA EG. They're the same now. And I don't think there's anything on there. Nope. Match the LFOs on here as well. 58. 10. And that should be it. Just going to go back. Excuse me. Just going to go back and put 5 on the joystick. 5 on the joystick, so it modulates really good when you use the joystick. The reason why I do that is you get a choice between either a thin fat sound or a nice big overweight fat sound, kind of like a trancey fat sound. So you get like an old school. Well, it makes more sense when both of the things are going, and they are going. So it's all depending on effects at this point, I think. Let's see how that's sounding. Oh, no, we're missing a few bits. Hang on. Okay, color 70. I want 70 on there, and 25 for the velocity sensitivity of that color. Same again here. Nice one. Very, very effective. So now we're looking at some pitch bend operations. So pitch bend of 3. VDF of 3 as well. Kind of sort of increases the filter. There you go. And we're also looking at, I think we're looking at effects at this point. So because that's really starting to come together. I'll just play a bit of it now. Okay, so very fat, but I think we're going to use some effects to finish it off. So let's start off with effect number 1. I think we'll go for a flange type here. Let's put that on, and we're going to need plenty of it. Say 2575. Going to lower the resonance down 20. I don't want it too high. And the depth, I'll have that at 20 as well. So it's a nice, long, thin flange, which sort of bends a bit more. And then we've got modulation speed. That's 63. I want it nice and fast. Now we come to the EQ. I don't want it too bassy because of my speakers. Feel free to adjust that to your own personal taste. And +3 on the high. I like a bit of treble. Okay, I don't think I'm messing with that. So that's good. Press OK on that. That's effect number 1. Oh, that's nice. Sweet. Okay, and now we need some reverb. Let's go for a basic hall. Okay. So I want to pull that up to about 4.3 because I want a nice long one, long reverb time. I want the reverb to kick in pretty quick, so the pre-delay was going to be a short pre-delay at 23. Again, feel free to adjust it to your own personal needs. And I think that's it. So there we go. There's our effects in. So hopefully we should have the actual sound at this point. Let's have a listen. I think I may have made a mistake on the pitch bend joystick. I don't think I have it on the second oscillator. Let me just check that. Ah, there we go. That's the one. So only one oscillator when you're using the mod wheel. Just only one oscillator. Make sure that's at 0. There you go, you get a nice thin 80s, late 70s, early 80s brass, and then you get a whopping great trance brass, if there's such a thing. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I think this is going to be the last of the tutorials of the Korg X5. And, well, thank you for watching.